weirdos. Coming to your city, sending bass into your earlobes. Like your bleached out hairdos. We glowing in the dark, got the spark, about to flare the fuse. That's just how we do. Geronimo, parachute, skydiving off your parents' roof.
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. The Panthers continue to move through the season and want to find a way to secure win number 3 on the year. It's the Cardinals going up against the Panthers. Set for the call of this Week 8 matchup. Let's bring in our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Straight ahead is a rematch of last year's NFC Championship game between the Arizona Cardinals and the Carolina Panthers. They'll run it now, out of the gun. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Here's the lineup and a big boy in the backfield, Tolbert.
It's real easy to look at him and immediately picture a bowling ball scattering pins. That's exactly what Mike Tolbert does.
Here's Newton now on 2nd down. And that will be caught, but out of bounds. Out of bounds, ruled incomplete here. Such a solid defensive effort a week ago, and they'll be looking to carry that forward into this one.
And confidence grows. Every time you have a great performance, you think the next one's going to be even better. That's where this defense is today.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The tight end, Ed Dixon, was the target. And that's going to make it 4th down. On 4th down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. Taking it about the 36. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Now Prescott. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. The inaugural drive for this offense today, and the guy we're going to talk about, Michael Floyd.
Starting to develop into a #1 receiver, a guy that you'll count on downfield.
And on 2nd and 10 now. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. And the starting defense here for the Panthers.
K'Wan Short came out of Purdue as one of the top-rated defensive tackle prospects. Now he's one of the top-rated NFL players.
Ten yards to go on 3rd. Now with a play clock at 4, we're going to get a timeout call. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So a ways to go here on 3rd and 10. Here's Prescott. It's complete to Flainer. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve.
Well, the advantage has certainly shifted to the defense as we began that third down play, and they found a way to foil it and pick up a first down.
Third time's a charm, right? 2 incompletions. Had to have it on third, and they got it.
Yeah, they stuck with it, weren't daunted at all, and picked it up. Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Let's go! Flex round!
Now back to throw. He completes it right side to White. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he will score. Touchdown, Cardinals. Kevin White, his second touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals have taken the early lead. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. On the return, it's Ted Ginn Jr. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Now Newton on first down. Philip Dorsett hauls it in. We heard their talk before the game about utilizing the intermediate passing game this week. It works for them there. They move the chains.
And we saw them work on it in practice as well. And most teams take a period at a time to work on different things. They put a couple of periods of work into the intermediate passing game, and now we know exactly why. They got the look that they were seeking, and they were able to take advantage of it.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. To throw is Newton. This one complete to Devin Funchess. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
That was a nice completion on an out route, and those types of plays are the result of arm strength by the quarterback and timing by the receiver.
They'll run it now out of the gun. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And when you're running the football, one thing you don't want to see is a big boy coming up there and swallow you whole in those D tackles and nose tackles.
No, you're actually counting on your big boys to protect you from them. But on that play, the defensive tackle had the leverage, and he won the battle. No gain, correct?
No gain. To throw on 2nd down is Newton. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it that time to Ted Ginn. And it'll be 3rd and 10.
There are a good number of coaches that any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. They begin the drive with Johnson. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Second down, Johnson. And he'll power his way up near the 25. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with third and about 6 yards to go.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to third and manageable with that run.
Offense faces a third and medium with 6 yards left.
Here we go!
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. It's grabbed over the middle by White. Now the ball comes loose. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. And you probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. A first down carry here for Johnson. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
They go to Johnson again. And an alley to run. Johnson on his way, and he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. So he rips off a great run and shows you why this year he's top 10 in rushing in the league.
And looks like he's trying to move up fast on the leaderboard, doesn't he? Top 10, looks like he's running to get into the top 5.
So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. They'll look to run with Ingram. And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. Mark Ingram, his second touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals will extend their lead. Point after now from Catanzaro. And he atones for his miss the first time around as this one is up and good to extend their lead. Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Carolina getting set to take the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
On 1st and 10, Newton. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. Does the big boy have the juice? And he will score. Touchdown, Cardinals. Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Carolina getting set to take the field. On first down, Newton. And his throw here is incomplete. Philip Dorsett, the intended receiver. And that'll make it 2nd and 10.
A nice pass breakup there by Patrick Peterson, who has the cornerback position figured out. And you can see it in his play. Obviously, 5 Pro Bowls tells us that he's a pretty darn good player, but even more so, the footwork, the physicality out on the corner, the ability to read patterns, and he makes plays on the football. And you know, if he gets his hands on it, he tends to take it the other way and maybe turn it into 6 points.
They come out here in the eye. And Newton's going to keep it. He needed a yard. That's what he got. And it's going to earn him a new set of downs.
Well, they pick it up on 3rd and 1 on the quarterback sneak, and that's not easily done because there are extra bodies in there on the defensive side, and they're moving forward at the snap.
Yeah, I was certainly expecting a handoff, weren't you?
Yeah, I totally was. I thought they'd go with it back, maybe try and get a lead blocker in front. But as you talk about in different games, those guys with confidence in their offensive line, they just want to move forward and get it.
After the run, Newton going to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. Back to the air, Newton on 2nd down. And this is a catch by Ted Ginn. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. Newton to throw, and that is incomplete.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way, so he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it, just move on to the next play.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. An extra DB added here for the Cards on 3rd.
Blitzer play coverage.
Newton now to throw. Completes it to Dixon. Touchdown, Carolina. And Dixon, his first touchdown on the year. And the Panthers are able to cut into this lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. And he's able to put it through. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Here comes Johnson on the return. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. So out now come the Cardinals. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the number one thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action. Now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. People who kept it on the ground.
And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Again, it's Johnson. And he will make his way back to where he started from, and that's all. As we will make our way to the 2-minute warning.
And the Panthers bring in their nickel set as they try to defend here on 3rd down.
5 defensive backs. And he dropped it. Now it was tipped. Altered the ball a little bit, but he dropped it. And now 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Brandon Fields to kick this one away. Back deep for the Panthers, Ted Ginn. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
It's brought in right side by Ginn. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Fresh set of downs here. On 1st down, it's Newton. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's 2nd down. 10 yards still left on 2nd down. On 2nd and 10, Newton. His throw incomplete.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or 2 in and bats it away.
And the offense looks to pick up the first here on 3rd after that incompletion. Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. He was looking for the connection with Devin Funchess. And it'll be 4th down.
3rd down is the down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's...
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
A first throw for the backup Palmer. And he can't get away from the pressure. Palmer sacked. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss. So the D-line's going to spread out. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He's got time. He's going to loft one deep. He's got it at the 15. And he is down deep into Carolina territory. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So as they take it over, we step aside. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Catanzaro's kick is right through. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down the coast to Orlando, where we check in with our friend Larry Ridley and the EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry? So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about them keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
Let's go!
Here's Prescott. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And you can't do it much better than that. This ball kicks out of bounds at the 4-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. He'll wind up getting 11 on that one, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
I think the good offensive coordinators in the league now are looking at the fullback position and finding the right guys to hide in that spot and increase their passing game, as we just saw there. How about the run after catch? Racked him.
Well, yeah, whether it's a true fullback, a tight end, you put in the fullback spot, you know they're going to be tough to bring down if you can get them the football in the passing game. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down.
No gain? Quarterback sneak? No gain? Aren't you supposed to get something out of that?
Yeah, needed a full yard there. Newton takes it himself. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks.
Oh, man, my stomach hurts just watching this team call plays. I've heard of going for it on 4th down in the red zone, but not when you're inside your own red zone. And, boy, somehow they take a chance here, and it pays off.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some. After the run, Newton going to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to keep it again. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
Oh, my Cam. There's times when I'm not analyzing up here. I'm just appreciating. Led NFL quarterbacks in rushing last year. He is truly the ultimate weapon at that position.
Caught on the right side by Dorsett. Give him 18 on that one. And it'll be a Carolina first.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Come on now.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now Newton. And this will complete right side to Funchess. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. And the offense lining up 1st and 10.
I think that was a pretty good read right there. They caught him in zone defense and went to the hitch. And because they're in zone, that creates a natural space between the defenders and the receiver, able to get it to him quickly and let him get upfield.
Play clock winding down. To throw is Newton. Left side, it's Dorsett. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
Defense showing blitz. They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line.
I don't know about you, partner, but on 2nd and inches, a lot of the times I'm leery about the offensive guys thinking about taking a shot downtown. Instead, they just hand it to the big man and let him rumble forward for a 1st down.
Oh, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. Another pistol look here. They go play action here on 1st down. This will be caught inside the 10. And he's brought down after a good gain. That one goes for 24 yards. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have...
And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Mike Tolbert, his first touchdown on the year. And the Panthers, they're able to draw a bit closer. Well, they weren't messing around. 1st and goal, they don't do anything fancy. They just go to the fullback right away.
I like how you phrase that, because oftentimes they come back to the fullback when it's late in the down and distance count, right? In this case, 1st down, let's go get it right now.
And he got it. 6 points on the board. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Now here's Johnson. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Three yards to go here on 2nd down. And we're back now in Charlotte. It's Cardinal football. They're also out in front of the scoreboard as we get set for the fourth.
Ohio!
Shift together here from the D-line. Now Prescott. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. The three-time All-Pro, Luke Kuechly, in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Will the defense dial up the pressure? Let's see. 3rd and 11.
Flex round! Come on, let's go!
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that is incomplete.
My high school coach John Ford used to say all the time, if you're in a bad situation, laddie, don't compound it with a bad decision as well. And I think that's what we just saw there. Harassed in the pocket, and he throws into double coverage anyway.
He called you laddie?
He called me laddie, and that was the nicest thing he called me.
Here's Ginn. That'll go as a 39-yard punt. Give him 9 on the return. And the Panthers will get it here as they take possession. Carolina getting set to take the field. On first down, it's Newton. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. The Cardinals offense now works their way back onto the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down. And quickly, they get to the line. Here's Prescott. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
Here's Brandon Fields now. He's been terrific so far. And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give him a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. And now they're in the hurry-up.
That was a terrific catch. I mean, to go up there and get it one-handed like that, but I almost want to go into that riff about back in my day, the gloves weren't quite like this.
When did gloves really become prevalent, just in general?
I think in the 80s. I think as we started to move through the 80s, especially as we got towards the latter part of that. But a lot of those were really like baseball batting gloves to begin with not much of a tacky area on the glove. In fact, there was none. I actually remember in cold weather games wearing the old scuba gloves, which you'd wear in the diving, but they would split too easily in the course of a game. Then the glove manufacturers got smart and started adding to it, and here we are today.
Now a play fake here on first down. Caught on the left side by Ginn. And he's brought down after a good gain. A gain of 32 that time.
Now that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see The offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Here's Newton now on 2nd down. That's complete right around the 8th. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal. They're going to hurry back to the line now. And here we go on 1st and goal. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
Newton to throw. That's caught at the 2. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. And they're going to speed things up here.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Newton looking to throw on 3rd and 1. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
So a field goal gets you back within a score, but they're going to go for the bigger chunk here. Kicking team on the sidelines, offense on for 4th down. Desperation time. Newton. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off by DJ Swearinger. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Incomplete pass on 2nd down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on 3rd. Now Prescott. Fitzgerald bringing it in over the middle. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that
first.
wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy. It came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Here's Prescott. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Star Latulippe able to swap it from that defensive tackle spot for a loss of 5. Yeah, they've got an extra defensive back out there now on 3rd and 13. Now back to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
Now it's Ginn. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Panthers will take over in terrific field position. Carolina getting set to take the field. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, two-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Pro Bowler, Calais Campbell, in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Newton to throw. Now a desperation throw. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. Defensively, there's still 3 timeouts. Do you even need to use them at this point?
I think a lot of coaches do it anyway, and it seems like cosmetics to us.
Does it just send a message you're not quitting?
Send a message that you're not quitting. Let your team know you're going to battle all the way, and you're always hoping for that ultimate miracle that something will happen, you'll pick up the ball and score, and you'll have a chance one more time and maybe on an onside kick, but not likely.
They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. They find some open field here. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Well, Charles, there's an old saying, don't let a loss beat you twice.
You're exactly right about that, Brandon. When you look at it and all of your preparation went into winning this week, now you have to absorb a loss and find a way to shake it off.
So for Arizona, the